Woo, the mountain gods are speaking to me. Got a nice breeze coming in from the backyard. We got a little mountain. Neighbors, I wanted to introduce you to Gulbi. Gulbi is the Korean word for dried yellow corvina. It's about this big, and it's a little bit different than a steak. You know how in the States you get like a big slab? Korean style for dining, you get one little fish and you have to like pick through it with your chopsticks. But it's just the right amount for a little bowl of rice. Gulbi is very easy to digest. It's a part of the modern Korean dining table. So stick with us to the end of the video, and I hope I can convince you to start introducing more fish into your diet. Less red meats, less chicken, less pork, and more fish. If you go to the Korean market, ask for gulbi. Now, gulbi, as I mentioned earlier, is dried yellow corvina. Take a look at this fish. We're gonna open it up soon. So the best type of gulbi comes from a region called Yeonggwang. It's in the South Jeolla province. And this, back in the days, used to supply 100% of Korea's gulbi. There, the fish, it's very tasty. The flesh is very just savory. And now at the Korean market, they'll sell it in two ways. First is individually sealed like this, or number two, it comes in the classic traditional way where it's tied. Let me walk you through how gulbi is actually made. So yellow corvina is first caught fresh off the coast of Korea. Then it's immediately covered in mounds of sea salt. And the salting process slightly dries out the fish, which makes the flesh turn a little bit appetizingly chewy. It's not too chewy like beef jerky, of course, just slightly, just so that it doesn't crumble apart in your chopsticks. Then it's woven into a string so that the two fishes are not touching each other, and then it dries either outside naturally in the wind, or if it's a huge manufacturer, in like a frozen large freezer. And then in that frozen state gets packaged and gets sold at your Korean market. Now, gulbi is the term that we use for dried yellow corvina. What do we call fresh yellow corvina when we just catch it out of the water? That one in Korea is called 조기. Which one do you think costs more? The gulbi, yes. That's because there's a lot of work that goes into the salting process to make it taste better. In fact, Koreans think it tastes so good that we used to serve it to the king. It was on the table. And in Korea, when we do 제사, which is a ritual that we do to respect the elders that have passed, we put this on the table where we offer up, right? So this fish is very important in Korean tradition and everyday food. Now take a good look at the fish. And you know how there's like tips for picking out a good avocado? Well, there's tips for picking out a good gulbi. The gulbi that are fish that are Yeonggwang, they have a little diamond on their forehead, right? You see that little diamond shape? They're part of Rockefeller. And then their belly portion has a slight yellowish tint. Since it comes frozen, the hardest part about cooking gulbi is actually remembering to let it thaw, but not completely. Just enough so we can cut easily with the scissor. A few tips: if you just took it out of the freezer, but you're hungry and you want to cook this quickly, right, just some cold water and just put it in there and just let it bob around. And once the fish is no longer rock solid, right, it's a little bit malleable like this. This is a good time. Then grab a pair of kitchen scissors and we need to do just a little bit of trimming. Oh, it's getting away. Chop off the tail here, just it's unsightly. And you see this top part that it uses to be a nice swimmer in the water. We don't want to bite into that. Then we have the bottom here. We can trim that off as well. One more down here. You don't want to chew on that either. Finally, we have fins on both sides. We want to snip those off as well. All right, guys, then just grab a knife and then descale this because we're going to eat the skin. Of course, the other side as well. All right, guys, then give it a wash underwater, of course. Now, one question that I had when I first was learning how to cook was for this gulbi, do we have to get rid of the intestines before we cook? Now, the answer is up to you. The traditional way for gulbi, we just leave the intestines inside and we just cook the fish whole because this fish, it's a bit brittle. And when you flip it and you have this part open, all of this stuff starts like breaking apart. And then when we eat, of course, we pick out the nice tasty morsels that are right here. This part we throw away. And then if you're psychotic, you'll eat the head, but don't do that. Now, on second thought, there are some families that do remove this before cooking. And out of education, let me show you how to remove the innards. If you're squirmish about that, you can skip. You can make a slit right where this part and this part meet. you can open it up and then just simply remove all of this. This bottom section here, there's like a bone that runs between where you want to eat that tasty flesh and then the innards. So everything that's below this, you can just put your thumb in and remove. All right. Now I did this on purpose just to show you. Once we take out the innards, a lot of volume is taken out and the skin gets very delicate, and then you lose kind of that pretty shape, right? It's gone. All right. So typically we don't take this out, but if you want to, it's up to you. Cooking is your world. You control what you want to do. Question to you, what's the most important thing when you want to grill something nicely to make it come out nice, like a grilled steak? You want to get it very dry. That's right, that's right, that's right. Pat it down dry. And now that it's dry, it's time to grill. Now if you cook it on your frying pan, of course the whole house is going to smell like fish. Your dog's going to be howling. He's going to be so hungry for fish. But there's an awesome hack using parchment paper. Put your fish, you can put 3 or however much you want. I'm only going to do 2 here because that other one's going to break apart. I know it, so I'm going to cook it separately. Remember, it should be dry. That chok feeling after you put moisturizer on your face. Put 1 tablespoon of oil and then 1 tablespoon of vinegar. That vinegar is going to grab that fishy smell. Rice vinegar, any vinegar is fine. Okay? Rub it on elegantly or however way you want to do it. Flip it over. Good. All right guys, make sure to get the sides as well. Then the longer edge, just bring it to one side and then just bring them together. And then you can also do this side as well, this side, like that. And this way your whole house doesn't smell like the ocean. All that smell gets trapped into this brown paper bag. We're gonna put this on a medium heat. No need to put any oil. The parchment paper is not going to stick to this. All right, once it's hot, this is very important. We're going to slightly reduce from a medium flame to about a medium low. All right, then let's put our fish down into the thing. Very nice. I'm going to put a little bit of separation. Separate you too. You can use a spatula to bring it down a little bit. Then if you take a look inside, the oils from the fish, that healthy fish, are staying inside and cooking that entire fish. Now, of course, you can use this method for any fish that you like. And then, of course, be careful when you flip. You flip the other side. As you can see, it's getting nice grill marks on the bottom. Wow, you're gonna see that fish is being cooked just perfectly. Let us simply open it up.
오, 그렇게 해도 돼?
Yeah.
와!
Oh, it's stuck a little bit, but it's good. It's okay. Sometimes this happens. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Oh my gosh, this
먹어도
looks
돼?
so good. Wait,
This is a true 며느리 밥상.
look at this. This is what I'm talking about. And then we're gonna get it over some rice, of course. And this little spoonful here, I've seen this since I was maybe the age of 5 every week. I know the taste. There are some bones that we need to be careful for. In the top piece, there's this spine part. Katie, show them.
So what you wanna do is you wanna like take them out like this
Yeah,
and remove it.
yeah. You can pick out a little bit of the morsels that are there.
All
Yeah.
this is meat, guys.
Ooh.
All this.
That's good. That's what you want to eat in the morning. Ooh, beautiful.
Do you guys see this?
Yep.
This is the bone, and now you're left with
Oh,
all the good
wait. There's still good stuff left on there. You see what I mean? Like eating this fish when you're young, you gotta use your chopsticks well. Quick tip, if you eat a little bit of a bone and it gets stuck in your throat, the best Korean way is just eat another scoop of rice. And
But
that was
without
oyster.
chewing.
Yeah, just swallow a spoonful of rice whole. That's how we grew up. That's what we were told. All right, and you see this part? This black part, this is the innards. You don't need to eat this. It's pretty bitter. Just toss it out. And this top part, that's all you guys. Beautiful, delicious. All right, and normally it doesn't stick to this parchment paper. I think maybe I went a little bit long while I was filming. So I'll cook that remaining one and I'll show you that it can come out looking very pretty as well. All right, guys. All right, this is method B. Unlike the other way that I just showed you, you are gonna get some fishy smell in the roux. Get some parchment paper, put this on a medium heat, just like last time. Let's put in our fish. Very good. Second one in. Put a lid on it. All right, you see how it's bubbling? Nice. Put the lid back on for a few minutes. And in the second method, the reason why I'm still using parchment paper is not only is it easy to clean afterwards, when you cook with the lid on, water droplets are gonna form on the surface. And as soon as you lift it, that drops off into the pan. If you don't have the parchment paper, that mixes with the oil and it gets crazy, like this.
4 or 5 minutes.
But if you do have parchment paper, as I lift, right? Nothing. Ooh, this is cooked beautifully. Take a look at the meat. Oh my goodness. Ooh. All right, there's the second bite. I hope you enjoy it. We saved some of the fish so we could sit down and have a proper meal. Maybe some natto, some kim, of course some kimchi on the side, and that's all you need. All right, that was 2 methods. Which one are you gonna choose? You're gonna stink up the house, or you're gonna put in a little extra effort and make it campfire style. And before we go, can we take another replay of this man eating fish? I've never seen anyone eat fish this deliciously. He must be from Yeonggwang.